shit. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Summit. I'm Antonio Perez, joined as always by Danny Coale, DC, UPenn's finest, Chris Coulter, CB Coacher Boy. We got another great episode for you guys today. We will be recapping the top games in Week 6 of the NFL. As always, we'll start with the peak of the week. This week is going to be Cowboys Panthers. Who would have ever thought? But that game was absolutely electric. Followed it up with the Monday Night Football games. Buffalo falls to Atlanta. We have to talk about there's some concern there. Bears versus Commanders, Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams, part 2. A bit of an ugly one, but we'll talk about it. Follow that up with Sunday Night Football's Detroit versus Kansas City. New Orleans versus New England was on, honestly, a really good one between two sophomore quarterbacks as well. And we'll wrap it up with Chargers versus Dolphins. A battle of Herbert and Tua will always garner some attention due to a certain former Eagles linebacker who thought it was a conversation once upon a time. But before we get into any of that, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Audio listeners, leave a like, 5-star review, download the episode. Danny can get things started with Summits. Plummets, Danny, where are we at?
Yeah, Summit's got to be where I'm at right now. It's got to be the fact that we are in Philadelphia. It's new apartment, settling in. Still got to put the decor up, looking around, but there's a ways to come. So definitely appreciate the little shout out to the apartment. Long way to come, man. Still, but
yeah, I was there yesterday. That thing is beautiful. That place is beautiful, and it's only going to get better when we start getting stuff. We, person who doesn't live there.
I will have to say my number one decoration is already out, and it's my 65-inch TV. Not the TV. The trash for the TV, because it has If Man on it.
We are keeping the box around. We're gonna rip the front of it and post it up. Herbert TV
on the window. We're just gonna put Herbert on there.
If he had a better cable network, he'd have more channels.
Only if, man. What if?
If he had more streaming services, you could watch more stuff.
Yeah, and I think. I'm going to go double Summit. There is a cheesesteak place. It's kind of a whole holistic move. There is a cheesesteak place called Shay's Steaks. Not and we're just going to start calling it Shay's Meat.
Who is we? I did not agree to that.
You speak French. Oui.
It's not even okay. First of all, put it out the all right. Just to get this out the way, it's spelled SHAY, but obviously pronounced like Shay. Second, we are not gobbling down on Shay's meat. That's not what we're doing.
Shay's meat. Get ready to learn Shay's meat.
No, we had Shay's steaks.
Shay's meat. Yep, we definitely had some meat from Shay.
Oh, that's so crazy.
That's actually the worst sentence I ever heard.
We're literally just making up sentences as we go, dude. There's no other way to put it.
It is a Summit because their food is real good.
Yeah, you could like choose like different, like you could have like American Wagyu or like New York strip or whatever.
You can choose the meat. You can choose the kind of like meat they get put on.
You can choose how you can choose you can choose like how you want your meat,
Just like Skims, you have colorways to choose. You have meat to choose.
Like you can choose how they gonna give it to you.
That was it right there. That was the one. That was the one.
You can choose how the meat is gonna go inside you.
That probably topped the last one. And
anyway, Chris, let's move on. Chris.
The real Summit. Hip hop is back. We know we don't have NBA Weekly yet. Hip hop is back. My favorite Summit.
Yeah, Danny, when you said that, I was like, boy, Danny, what you know about hip hop being back? And then he said, no, literally hip hop is back. I was like, oh, well, that's lit. And I'm like, because remember how I was saying last year, I thought it was the Knicks, like they were going to be Team of Destiny kind of thing. Like the Sixers are so in line to be Team of Destiny. Black jerseys are back. Hip hop's back. Embiid said he feeling good. Paul George should be getting healthy. Maxey is already good. You got BJ. No, let me not go into the spill. I'm gonna curse this city. Chris, let's go to you.
I think I'm all Summit's First summit being that I had working in the school district now, so I have like time off coming up because the schools are out, so I'll be out too, even though I'm in the corporate office. So my first time really taking advantage of something like that, because even though I worked for colleges before, I never used to get the time off. So I'm happy to have that. I need like a free day off to go to the state fair, stuff like that. So pretty cool for that. That's my first summit. And my second summit it's not really a summit, more like a yay. But Little Cedar now is officially 10 months. So now he has to change food. So now we have to see if he likes a different style of food, because the stuff he's eating is only up to 10 months. So now I'm excited to see what my boy like. I know he's eaten cucumbers recently, so I know he may like fruit. So I'm trying to see what's up with him now. So, but yeah, I'm just happy for it because my little guy's growing up.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to see if he eats fruit?
If
Cedar, the if dog. If he was a different breed.
You call him Seed Herbert.
Seedbert.
Seed
Herbo.
Serber.
There it is.
Herbo.
Sherbo. Turbo.
I like that.
Whatever.
Lake is in 5.
White side, backside, sunny side.
Hassan Whiteside?
Hassan Whiteside. Shout out Heat legend. Blazers legend.
Triple block leader.
He did do that. Triple double with blocks.
Legendary.
Oh, but yeah, let's get to these college football summits and plummets. Big shout outs, big summits to Texas. Much needed win. You win I would say probably one of the 5 biggest rivalries in college football. Beat Oklahoma, number 6 Oklahoma at that. May I mention? Now Texas looks like a 2-loss team that, if you play like you did then, you start to stack wins. It's not impossible. You could get back in the playoff mix. Very good for them. They were on my top 25, a little bit higher on the regular top 25. I kind of just got them in there, kind of a little scared to put them high at the moment, but they did a good job. Indiana with the win of the weekend, win on the road at number 3 Oregon. I put that boosted them to my top 4. Mendoza played a solid game. Definitely, this is the win they didn't get last year. Like, they kept it decent with Ohio State or whatever. Not really. But this is a good win. This is a quality win. But at the same time, also looking at Oregon sideways that, you lose to Indiana. You went to overtime with Penn State. And how Penn State sucks. I guess a mini, college football summit to Penn State. Got rid of James Franklin. Sucks that Aller's out for the year with the injury. But, we'll see where the future lies with him, whether he stays, maybe tries to get another year, or goes to the NFL. But on the plummet side of things, I mean, Oklahoma, I won't say Oregon, that's a tough opponent, but Oklahoma, you got Mater back, and it didn't seem to, you couldn't really find your groove, that being his first game back is a little rough. And then probably want to give one to, honestly, Ole Miss. They got a win, but it was not pretty. And just after having that huge win against LSU, it's like, okay, I think we clearly have our top 4 teams in the country. You have Miami, you have Ohio State, you have Texas A&M, and you have Indiana. I think those are kind of your top 4 right now. Shout out to Texas A&M. Their defense is inhumane. It's so insane. I believe in their last 3 games, teams are like 2-30 on third down. Like, it's getting ridiculous. So shout out to them. But let's get into the peak of the week. Cowboys, Panthers. Chris did call the Rico Dowdle revenge game. I cannot lie. Chris, what'd you see? What'd you see in this one? What'd you like from the Panthers offense as a whole?
Well, I seen that the Cowboys was not buckled up. As Rico Dowdle said, they need to buckle up, and them boys actually did not do that. But I guess from the Cowboy defense, I just seen like more of the same, bro. They can't stop anybody. But from the Carolina offense, I seen playmakers making plays. And I think that's kind of what I said as to why I thought that Bryce Young could be the perfect guy. Because, I mean, Tech didn't have a lot of yards receiving, but he had 2 touchdowns. Dowdle had 200 yards all-purpose and a touchdown. That's 21 points for you right there. At the end of the day, if your defense cannot give up 30, you have a chance to win every time with that type of recipe. So that's what I seen. Like I seen focusing on the guys who are making plays and not trying to force other people to do things like Leggett, even though Leggett had a moment or two, like just literally Tommy Tremble, like just giving it to the guys who have been doing something. And I respect that. And I think that's the best way they need to go for right now, especially as they, stack some wins. I mean, this is probably the first time in a long time where we at week 6 and their season isn't already over looking for mock draft. So I'll probably keep up the good work.
Yeah, on my thumbnail, I have first time they've been 500 since when? To answer that question, first time since 2021. So they were 4-5 heading into this game. Cam Newton came back. That's the game where he took the QB sweep and he did the "I'm back," and they ended up beating the Cardinals in that game. That was the last time they were 500. Also, I know how much this means to Panthers fans. Cam Newton was on First Take, and he was talking about the Panthers. He said, "We." I know that rocked for sure. Because Cam obviously means so much to that team's history. He's the greatest Carolina Panther, I would say. I mean, like Steve Smith and Luke Kuechly might have been better, respectively, at their position, but no one laid it out more on the line than Cam. But anyway, gonna move to Danny in this one. No medals for losers, but another week, another George Pickens absolute masterclass. Him and Dak playing some buddy ball. It's kind of what we expect from Dallas's offense at this point.
This is what I expected from CeeDee Lamb, honestly. A while back, I was like, yeah, CeeDee should be doing this. I mean, CeeDee got hurt, but this is exactly what I expected from CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb, dare I say, George Pickens might get better with CeeDee Lamb on the field.
100%.
I see what you're thinking. Yeah.
Like, he's doing this as the number one option in target. And people are always like, yeah, like, Pickens gets better with a better quarterback. Most people isn't that simple. When you played for the Pittsburgh Steelers the last 4 years, it is. When you had Russell Wilson and Justin Fields and Mason Rudolph and Mitch Trubisky throwing you the ball and Kenny Pickett, can't forget about him. It is as simple as I get top 10 quarterback in league, I elevate my game. Very simple. Can he sustain this without becoming a diva because the Cowboys are falling below 500? Can he say this is bigger than me? That's something we will remain to see, personally. So
yeah, absolutely.
I love what I've seen from him, man. I definitely love it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with the take. Because you don't ever want to see someone get hurt, so I hope no one takes this the wrong way. But CeeDee getting hurt was a blessing in disguise, so that Dak was kind of forced to develop some really, really good chemistry with George Pickens. And now he comes back. Dak's not going to forget how to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. It's been 5 years of some of the best buddy ball in the league. So now you're going to have two real weapons. Jake Ferguson has started to turn it back up these last 2 weeks. We always praise him. So yeah, I mean Javonte Williams has still been really sturdy. This defense is just brutal, but I would be damned if you could find a better watch in the league, like a more fun team right now than the Dallas Cowboys. Cause if your offense is going through something, like not trying to give your boys a straight, Chris, but I think your boys right now with whoever y'all got at quarterback, y'all could get a bounce back game against this Dallas defense. Now, however, look, I don't know what they're gonna do to y'all. I don't know what they're gonna do to y'all, but y'all might bounce back though.
Before you finish, the offense looked a lot better when one Pro Bowl quarterback was out there and Cooper Rush was out the way. All I'm saying,
I'm honestly so confused why. Like,
I have no idea.
Steve knows how to get down with y'all.
I have no idea. I have no idea why he wasn't playing. I have no idea. And the crazy part, they literally were running like the run option type plays with Cooper Rush. He just wasn't doing the run option. So it's like, bro, why not just put Snoop in there? Which, I mean, obviously, I troll with the Pro Bowl stuff, but he knows the Ravens offense, and he's the best running threat we can have as currently.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Yeah, but back to Panthers Cowboys. I mean, they're saying Bryce Young is the greatest quarterback ever after his mandatory turnover. They're saying once he gives the ball to the other team just once, they will not only never see it again, but they're gonna see some good quarterback ball out of him. He's very close to figuring out. I feel like
he turned into Bryce Brady after that first turnover, dude.
No, seriously, it was back-to-back weeks. Like against the Dolphins, he was looking horrible. People were like, "Yeah, this just isn't gonna work." And then you know what? He plays good enough in the fourth quarter. They win. He gives the ball up against Dallas. This one wasn't really his fault, but again, it's mandatory. Doesn't matter if it's your fault or not. He absolutely lights it up. He was just good. He was just really good. But I'd be lying if I said at least these past 2 weeks, he was largely in the game. He could have a turnover and be largely in this game because Rico Dowdle has just absolutely gone psycho. I mean, what's he had? 200 plus scrimmage yards in back-to-back games, 185 plus scrimmage yards, whatever it is. And like you said, Chris, they ain't buckle up. He tried to tell him. As like a driver saying, hey, it's going to be a bumpy ride. And then if you complain about it being a bumpy ride, hey, that's not my problem. So, huge shout out to the Panthers. First time being 500 in about 4 seasons, nearly 4 years on the dot. They're 3-3. They're a fun team as well. No, don't really know what you're going to get out of them on a week-to-week basis. 2 weeks ago, they were 1-3, and Drake Maye just put them in the mud. And now we're like, wild card maybe. I don't know. We're only 6 weeks into the season, but they've been an absolute blast. Let's get to everybody else in the league, or at least everybody else in this recap. Let's start with what's fresh in our minds. We'll start with the Monday Night Football games. Let's start with Bears versus Commanders. This was a sloppy one. A lot of turnovers. But huge game by DeAndre Swift. Despite the turnovers, Jaden Daniels was able to move the offense. Caleb was able to operate the offense. He did things, at times that got on my nerves, but overall he did enough to win the game, which is the most important thing. Chris, I'm going to start with you. Your hometown team versus your favorite non-Raven in the NFL, I guess you could say. What'd you like about this one? Are you concerned about Washington at all going forward? I mean, I think JD's only gotten 3 games up this year. He had 2 turnovers per. I don't know who they put that fumble on, but that was on him.
And he said it was on him too. It should be.
Yeah, and absolutely. And we're not going to mask. It was an ugly game. Things happen. You almost did enough to win the game. He still balled out though, for sure. But do you have any concerns for Washington or just kind of like a not their night thing?
I know we just joking about if man, but like I'm gonna bring in some ifs in this just because it's like if they don't turn the ball over 3 times, they win. Like even if they don't get that last turnover, even the first 2, even if they don't get that last turnover, they're moving. It's 3rd and 1. They probably win, and that's without Terry McLaurin. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of without. So for me, I'll be panicking if it was like 24-10 and they lost, or 25-10. They lost 25-10. Like okay, I could see that. But I mean, I don't think Jay Daniels is going to be a big turnover guy of his career. I don't think he's turnover prone. I think it was just a wet football for that last one, and it slipped out of his hand. Because when they show the replay, it's literally what it looks like. Obviously, I'm not a football player, so I can't really speak to that part of it. But it just looked like it slipped out of his hands as a wet football. Obviously, not excusable, but that's something that it's not going to rain every time, so you can't put that on him. But I think the team played a good game overall with the weapons that he did have. Luke McCaffrey looks like his brother sometimes catching the ball, or his dad, Ed McCaffrey, might I say. I'm showing my age, obviously. But just seeing that, I think what I saw from Commanders didn't really worry me. Like the Bears barely got a win on 3rd-round pick Jake Moody. Because I swear to God, I heard Jake Moody was a 3rd-round pick 55 times during the broadcast. So I had to say that right now. They won on a late kick. So, and DeAndre Swift doesn't bust that 55-yard run. You don't even know if they get down there. So I think it's a lot of ifs, obviously, for if. But if this was a fifth, would be drunk. So they did lose. But if was a fifth, would be drunk. So am I mad about it or like do I feel away? No, I think it's one to just let get away. And I mean, karma's sake, they won on a Hail Mary last year. It's only right that they lose on a Jake Moody field goal this year. So time to look at it.
Feel no way.
Yeah, and we're gonna get copyrighted for that. But Danny, going to you.
Thank you, because the way if I can sing that good, if we get copyrighted.
What do you mean? You weren't just playing the song off of your phone? Wow.
I thought it was Drake Coale. Sorry.
Yeah. What is that? The greatest hip hop artist of all time, Drake Coale.
Actually,
but Danny, let's talk Bears on this one. Obviously they had I guess you could say an up and down night offensively, but the defense was able to create turnovers. Offense did what it needs to do to win. DeAndre Swift had easily his best game since the Tampa Bay game 2 years ago. Arguably his best game ever, for sure. Arguably his best game ever. What'd you like from this Bears offense, and what do you think still needs some cleaning up along the way?
In my opinion, there's one thing that needs cleaned up. It is Caleb's decision-making down the stretch in terms of big moments. 4th down, Caleb just decides to throw the ball into triple coverage. Earlier in the game, 3rd down, he instead of trying to go for a kill shot and home run ball, he just took the 3rd down. I want to see him go play with confidence a little bit more. I understand, get the 1st down, move the sticks, but like I think if the Bears really want to elevate themselves to the next tier of like elite team, you need to have these kill shots. You need to be up 13-6 and go up 20-6 with a touchdown instead of taking an easy 1st down. Stop playing passive. And I mean, Ben Johnson doesn't play passive. He's going to call the plays like he's going to call them like they're going to be aggressive. So you have to stop playing passive because the play calling is not passive at all. This team is all the. Do I think they're like a perennial, like, I don't know, playoff team? I don't know, not yet. Like they still have some teams to improve upon, but do I think this team could win impactful games down the stretch? Yes.
That's a great way to put it.
Can I get to your point too? One up to your point. I 100% agree, and I swear, I personally think they're better positioned as far as team-wise than the Packers. I promise you, God, if Micah Parsons goes to the Bears, I'll probably pick them to go to the NFC Championship against the Eagles. Like just how they're set with Sweat on the other side, I think they're a dominant edge away from really – even with Jalen Johnson being out, I think a dominant edge will really take them over the top right, especially how the NFC's looking with the Eagles looking vulnerable-ish. That's the only team I'm really worried about in the NFC, to keep it real. I mean, the Buccaneers are cool. The Rams, they're cool. But I think the Bears could contend with them on any level, any day. But I think a dominant edge, like obviously Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, if they ever really became available for real, that would be something nice. But if they were the team to get Micah Parsons, I would look at them way better than I look at the Packers.
Did you just call them the Buccaneers?
Yes.
The Buccaneers, yes.
Yes, the Buccaneers. You caught that, Danny. Thanks. Nice.
I didn't even peep that. I didn't even peep that. That was smooth. That's a Bucky Irving fan club exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I honestly, I think I would agree with Chris's point. I mean, through the first 2 weeks of the season, I mean, if you convinced me, like I was convinced the Packers could probably go to the NFC Championship game. They could probably go to the Super Bowl. Their defense looked that good. Through the next 3 weeks, I mean, holding the Browns to like 13 points isn't impressive. So I wouldn't call that a great outing, followed up with 2 mediocre outings. I mean, even this Bengals offense was moving a little bit on them. Like, yeah.
Well, they lost to the Browns, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the offense was horrific that day. But
to be fair, not many teams
I'm not giving the defense a medal for holding the Browns to 13 points. Like, I'm not giving you know.
You know what team had a good offensive day against the Browns? The Ravens.
That's true. That is true. Back when the gang was healthy.
41 on them heads.
Yeah. And you could say the Steelers had a decent day on them.
Yeah.
You could say.
For sure.
I just say little dabble into that game before we go to Buffalo, Atlanta. 52 attempts for your rookie quarterback. I've had Kevin Stefanski through a lot of things. I was nearly out on him when he almost made Bailey Zappi the second string quarterback over Shador. But he didn't do that, so I was like, you know what? We're still here. You just made your rookie quarterback throw the ball 52 times against TJ Watt.
For 14 yards.
That is 52 times that TJ Watt gets a chance to light him up. Not including the times he actually got sacked.
Not even TJ Watt, man. Nick Herbig leading the team in pressures and sacks this year.
Herbig, Hayward. Like, you're just signing him up to have a bad game. And I'm going to be honest, like, Shador's been through more crap. So if this was him dealing with this right now, it'd be a real topic of discussion. But, like, he is truly giving Gabriel zero favors out there. Like, I'm almost scared for the time that Shador gets his shot because I don't think Kevin Stefanski likes either of these dudes at this rate. Yeah, it's. I think Shador will fare a little bit better, of course, but man, rough outing for Gabriel. I feel bad. Going to be a good backup in it for a long time though. I can feel it.
I just realized that the Steelers almost have Haywood Highsmith on their team.
Haywood Highsmith.
Y'all almost have him.
But you know what the Steelers did have? A successful Nepo baby moment.
Sorry.
Shout out Connor Hayward.
Legendary.
Yep.
I love a good
Got
Nepo
a touchdown.
Love a good story.
They're saying he's the greatest Nepo baby of all time. Thoughts? Better than Griffey Jr.
Possible, but I have to give Griffey the slight nod. Only because of
slight nod.
Clearly because of aura.
Ever so slightly, it's a toss-up.
I mean, it could be Christian McCaffrey, but I mean, does he have the aura that Connor Hayward has? IDK.
Nah, Christian McCaffrey, the first person to have a Nepo father.
But honestly, they knew what was coming, so they just go crazy.
He's that good.
We know what you got going, so go
That is crazy. That is crazy. They said, no, you go have a gangster ass son in a couple years. You all right, man. But let's get to the other.
You're good. You're good. We need you.
You're good. We need you around. You should stay.
You just called Hall of Fame wide receiver Ed McCaffrey Nepo father.
First time you've heard his hero.
Yes, I did. You know what? I have something. He's not even the best receiver in his own family. Luke McCaffrey touchdown last night officially puts him over Ed all the time.
Plus 900, by the way.
You know, Luke McCaffrey doesn't have 7,500 yards and 55 touchdowns in his career.
Schnikes. Yeah.
Yes. Night is young. Let's go to Buffalo versus Atlanta, where is seemingly it was. Can all of our top draftees have a great night in Atlanta? London has a great night. Bijan has a great night. Bijan actually ripped off his longest career run, and did it gracefully. And on the other side of things, the Bill. This is what a Bills team looks like when Josh Allen isn't playing good. Unfortunately, and Chris, I know you said here, damn. You said something about here, damn MVP.
Yeah, here, damn man.
I'm
MVP.
afraid. I'm afraid this game put the whole emphasis on why he won the MVP though. Because if he don't play good, this team is horrible.
The biggest problem with him not playing good is even when he doesn't play good, they're like, we got James Cook back there. Fuck that. Let's give it to Ray Davis. Like, they don't give James Cook enough love, dude. He doesn't touch the ball enough, especially when Josh Allen doesn't have it going. Like, he just doesn't. Like, they'll run a design 5-yard out to Ray Davis, or they'll run one to Palmer, and James Cook is out there looking around. And it's like, bro, he's dynamic. I feel like he should get the ball more. I'm sorry, I didn't want to get to it, but that was one thing I was waiting on. Like, bro,
no, you're good. That's perfectly fine. Because I mean, my question to you was going to be like, what needs to go more into this Bills offense? It can't just be Allen Hearable. That would have been my answer. You have a top 10-ish back. You have a guy who is capable of 130 a night.
Yes.
Use him more. Like, yes, Allen is Superman, and it's really cool when he throws for a gajillion yards, and he does that weird thing where he gets all the way to the sideline and throws it back across his body. And it's so fun, but like, we're trying to win football games here.
And you don't make him do it for 4 quarters, bro. Make him do it for a quarter and a half, or 1 quarter, or a half. He shouldn't have to do it for 4 quarters because you don't want to. I don't say don't want to, but I don't think the people who can make plays on the Bills that's not named Josh Allen or Khalil Shakir touch the ball enough. That's my only thing. And I'm not just saying that in losses, in wins too. Like, I feel like if they win and they don't touch the ball, it's usually closer than it needs to be. And I feel like that's a part of the narrative that Josh has no help. And this isn't one of those things. It's just I feel like Cook, Shakir, those two are your guys, cool. But Cook should touch him more. I feel like Cook should be the number 2 option besides Josh Allen, and it should be more apparent than it is right now. And I think that would make the games go by a lot easier, personally, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you know what I kind of think it is? They think they have the luxury, oh, we have a good back, let's run things like Baltimore, where like, okay, quarterback's good, running back's good, but we still going to be pass first because our quarterback is elite. And it's like, okay, you can't really do that. You need to run things more like Philadelphia. Star-studded receivers. The backfield's even better with Jalen and Barkley. They're run first despite having an all-world receiver and then arguably the best receiver too in the league. They should be taking that kind of approach instead of using Cook as a luxury. He's not a luxury. He's a necessity. But Danny, let's flip the script. Let's talk about Atlanta. Probably the most confusing team through 6 weeks at this rate. What you like from this offense last night? What did you see that you believed got London going and got Bijan going at the rate that they did?
This Atlanta Falcons team is, like you said, super strange, right? So, like, if you look at their schedule, losses to the Cowboys and the Panthers, getting beat down. You play the Bucks close. You beat the Vikings, who look like a good team. You beat the Commanders, and now you beat the Bills. And these 2 past losses have came after losing 30-0 to the Panthers. What is going on? You're 3-2. It doesn't make much sense to me. What I think happened is after that loss to the Panthers, they had to face reality. And look, prior to the loss to the Panthers, they didn't play Cowboys. Sorry, that was preseason. I don't know why I said that. They're 3-2. They lost to the Bucks week 1. Throw it out the window. They've really been playing good football outside of that Panthers game, which you can't ignore because you let your division rival beat you 30-0.
But the Panthers beat you 30-0, and at that time that was bad. Maybe it ages well. Maybe the Panthers are juggernauts. We don't know.
What if I'm telling you they had 335 yards of offense and put up 0 points?
Skill issue.
Yeah.
Also, can I say? No, go ahead, Danny. Sorry.
The Falcons, 335 yards of offense, 0 times in the red zone.
Oof.
That is what can't happen. And I think the way to get around that is do exactly what they did last night. You get to the red zone 3 times. I think you can be more efficient in the red zone. You're still 1 of 3 in the red zone. But look, they have a balanced attack of offense. 445 yards last night. Michael Penix, 250 passing yards. Bijan Robinson accounted for 238 scrimmage yards. That is what they need to do. Give Bijan 20 touches plus per game. Get Drake London 8 plus targets per game.
Yes.
Let everyone else filter in behind.
Yes.
You have these top picks. Let them play behind it. And that's how the Falcons play winning football. Because that's the Falcons that we all saw potentially could win the division.
Yes.
I think we all thought the Bucs were going to continue to win the division, but we all thought the Falcons could compete for the division.
Yes.
And if you look at their schedule, don't look too quickly, but they've got the Niners on Sunday Night Football. Then they got the Dolphins, the Patriots, Colts, Panthers. And then they have the Saints and the Jets. They could very well string together some nice wins here after beating 2 good teams and find themselves in a favorable spot down the stretch, playing the Bucs in December for NFC South title game.
When Rattler plays better against the Falcons than Josh Allen did.
We're not going to be there, bro.
I will be.
Not miss that. And you know why I won't miss that? Because last night I had a successful hate watch on the Bills. I was grinning and giddy as I watched Bijan Robinson almost step out of bounds on his 81-yard run, which surprised me. That was his first run over 40 yards. Can y'all believe that?
I genuinely can't believe that he
That
had
makes no sense to me.
he has breakaway speed. Like, I don't know how.
I never understood it. But I think the coolest part for me seeing Bijan yesterday, they literally used him as Darnell Mooney for a lot of plays, like as the slot guy, and it opened up more room for Tyler Algier. I thought that was cool too, just to see like having both your backs on the field at the same time. And a lot of times they motion Bijan from the slot to the backfield. I think the way they used their two backs yesterday with Mooney being out, I think that was really, really cool. And I think I want to see more of that going forward. So I feel like them two on the field together just creates so many issues for what the defense has to think about, especially having Drake London out there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Bijan's always going to be one of the, he's so necessary. He's very, needed in their pass game. I mean, he counted for 230 some yards last night, and all Russia. So he, had to take care of things in the pass game as well. Let's move to this Sunday night football game. Detroit Lions fall 17-30 to the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs look like the greatest 3-3 team of all time. Chris, I'll go to you on this one. What do you think KC's defense did limiting this Lions offense for seemingly the first time in a month? They have not looked as human since that beatdown in Green Bay.
They didn't overreact to the cool plays and the trickery and all these different Lions touching the football, making plays. I think they didn't overreact, and I think that's the most important. I think they stayed pretty mature in how they pursued the Lions offense. Kind of like I said, it's easy to overreact to Jahmyr Gibbs getting a big catch or Waymo going downfield doing one of the most elite celebrations I've ever seen. I think it's easy to overreact to that, and they just didn't. I mean, obviously it's the Chiefs, so they have poise and everything like that. But I think that was just the biggest thing, not overreacting to the big plays or trick plays or what the Lions tried to, kind of hit them in the head with. They kind of just stayed calm. I think that's how they won by 2 scores for the most part.
Yeah. And Danny, what have you seen? What did the Chiefs build on? What's been working offensively heading into this one, or what went into this one?
I don't think they build on anything. I think this is who they are. I think that this is Mahomes playing buddy ball. This is Mahomes. This is the Mahomes MVP that we're talking about. We were talking about this yesterday. Mahomes might not be the statistical MVP this season, but he is the MVP that Josh Allen was for the Bills last year. You take Mahomes off that team, they win 0 games this year.
0, not 1.
So
they're not
talking
even
about most valuable player.
Ravens.
No, they're not. And the reality is, like I said, Mahomes should be the MVP for that reason. In that regard, I'm not saying he's not my MVP, but he is the Chiefs MVP through 7 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it was.
You said so. You said it was about 6 or 7 weeks.
Something around there. But no, nonetheless, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not that they haven't built on anything. It's that they're just playing their game. And, I think they're going to get better. Rashee Rice is coming back. I think he is a top 10 receiver when he's on the field and healthy. Call me crazy. He is fantastic.
I'm not going to call you crazy. I'm going to call you wrong. I think that's a better word. Yeah, wrong sounds a lot better. He is no top 10 receiver. Boy, you are out of your mind. Especially with the Ohio State boys snapping out. No shot.
He better than Olave.
I was not talking about Olave. I wasn't even close to talking about Olave.
Good.
Yeah.
He better.
Why in the world would I be talking about Chris Olave? Why would I be referring to anyone else in the world right now besides Emeka Egbuka and Jackson Smith and Jigba?
I'm taking Rashee Rice over Egbuka, and I love Egbuka.
You're a liar. You are a pathological liar.
I am healthy.
You're a liar.
On the field.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. Rashee Rice is not better than Emeka Egbuka. You are making things up. That's a farce. It's fictional, made up. What is one thing Rashee Rice does better than him?
Run routes.
That is a lie. That's a lie. That is a flat out lie. That is a 100%. Matter of fact, I've had enough of this, bro. Say, nah, let me not do that. Let me not do that. let's move on to this next game though. We'll talk about Chris Olave, I guess, in this one. New Orleans versus New England, battle of news.
Oh, I get it. Nice.
Yep, and battle of franchise quarterbacks, of course.
Oh, okay. You had me in the first half.
Whoa! Spencer Rattler is playing good ball. I feel like he's locked in.
But I told you I'm fake a fan because of just watching him on the Netflix show. So I'm cool with him. I don't want to see Tyler Shuck though. I do not want to see that.
You won't, good, bro. You're not gonna see him. You're gonna see Taysom Hill line up for more quarterback snaps than him.
I'm cool with that.
So here is my takeaway from this game. Drake Maye. So okay, let me start with Rattler. Rattler's continuing to play good football. He's making good decisions out there. I didn't think I'd be saying this at the beginning of the season, but Olave is not doing him any favors. Short arming touchdown passes now. He's, just not making the contested catches, not getting open at a particular rate. Rattler looks like a guy, at least through however many games he's played, almost like a Brock Purdy type, early signs of like a 2021 Jalen Hurts, where it's just like, if a team is real good enough, yeah, you could probably go to the Super Bowl with them. Like, yeah, that's possible. More so on the Purdy thing. He doesn't really have Jalen's legs, but he's got decent scramble ability, kind of like Purdy. But Drake Maye is one of those guys where the team could probably look like anything. It could probably look like anything, and Drake Maye will lead you to the playoffs, or he'll lead you to the Super Bowl, or whatever it may be, because he's going to be doing that for a long, long time. I guess I have to turn the tables to y'all. Where are we at with Drake Maye? He's been playing good ball all year, and then he outplays Josh Allen. Quarterbacks don't play each other, of course, but big time wins against big time players mean something from a morale standpoint. And he lights up New Orleans. This defense isn't anything crazy. They're a aggressive bunch or whatever. But this is. Danny just sent a screenshot. Last 14 games of Rashee Rice, and I'm gonna tell you some number. What am I looking at? What do you want to compare these last 14 to what Emeka's doing this year?
No, I just sent them.
You sent stats of someone who's hasn't played in a year, and I would still take Emeka over him. Like, you're genuinely lying. You're genuinely lying. All this was before the ACL, dumbass.
That's what I'm saying, before the ACL.
So what does that mean? He was not better than Emeka Egbuka then. Fuck, he was at Ohio State better than him. He could have came in. No, what was Rashee Rice? 2022 or 2023? He was 2022. Yes, yeah, he was 2022. I do that. No, he was a rookie in 2023, right?
He was.
Yeah, he was 2023. If Emeka Egbuka declared for the draft a year before, or no, he would have had declared 2024, 2025. Regardless, I would take sophomore him at Ohio State over Rashee Rice. That's not my point. Yeah, you're crazy. And he's not a top 10 receiver regardless. I don't care what you love. I don't care. You love the Steelers, but it's objective that the Eagles are better than them. You can love what you want. You have a bad take on your hands right now.
But I'll let the take.
Why are you like? I don't understand why you're fighting this.
When Mahomes was MVP because Rashee Rice put up 1,000 yards in 12
games. Patrick Mahomes will win MVP because he's fucking Patrick Mahomes, jackass. He will not win it because Rashee Rice. He could win it right now without Rashee Rice. He could win it with Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce and fucking Brashard Smith. He doesn't need Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is a thing because of Patrick Mahomes. Let it be known he was drafted in the 4th round and he was incapable of creating separation. He couldn't do it.
Elite route runner, by the way.
He's not a better route runner than Emeka Egbuka. He's not even an elite route runner. A lot of his stuff comes from drags. It comes from intermediate stuff that doesn't really particularly take him to make sharp cuts. It doesn't take him to get open crazy. He's practically a zone beater. Thoughts? Anything behind that bonehead take?
We'll see at the end of the year. That's all I gotta say.
At the end of the year. Okay, so what? What are we gonna see? What are we gonna compare? Week 7 through week 18? Is that what we're gonna do? Okay. And either way, he's not top 10. I could just leave Emeka out of this, and he's not top 10. However, turning the table to y'all on something that's actually substantial and not just me yelling at an airhead. Where are we at with Drake Maye?
I mean,
better than T-Law, best quarterback in his class.
Best.
Drake Maye was in class with
I mean,
James Daniels and Caleb Williams, and who else? Who was the fourth guy? Oh, it was McCarthy. That's what I'm thinking about. McCarthy.
Actually, Penix was the 4th guy off the board.
Oh no, I was just saying like who I thought. I was trying to think of McCarthy. I knew Penix was there, but I was trying to think.
Bo Dix.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bo Nix. Well, he's 100% better than Bo Nix. Bo Nix
He's better. Well,
better than Caleb, better than Bo Nix.
Don't you say that? I won't allow it.
Yeah, him and Daniels is an argument for sure.
Some people will argue it. I would argue for. I get it. I'm trying.
If you, I would say if you have or if your guy is JD, that's fine. If you think Maye's, Caleb, once
top 2 right now though, regardless.
Once Caleb stops going into every game with a headache off of nail polish, he'll be better than both of them. But
I saw the funniest thing. They said the Commanders really let us get Christian Gonzalez and Drake Maye.
Yeah.
True. The second one not as bad as the first for sure. But
Emmanuel Forbes over Christian Gonzalez. I'm so sure.
That is bad. And because they're corners and won't be talked about enough. Like if this was quarterbacks, it'll be talked about crazy. But
that is worse than Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson.
I'd have to disagree. Forbes is in the league.
He on the Chargers, right?
Rams.
Forbes is on the Rams.
I knew he was on the white and blue team. I knew. I remember.
Yeah, Reagor is floating around practice squads, and Justin Jefferson is on pace to be the greatest receiver.
Rager's on the Chargers, man. Rager's on the Chargers.
I'm pretty sure he's on the practice squad, and even if he's on the team, you're comparing what? Here's the thing with Gonzalez and Forbes, you're comparing 2 starters at the end of the day.
Yeah, Forbes.
One's a bad starter, one's one of the best in the league. Jefferson is on a historical rate. He literally will be the greatest receiver of all time if he plays long enough.
Damn, Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor, I don't even think he's accumulated like Justin Jefferson's like worst season stats.
Yeah, Chris, the Eagles have a historic pace of drafting a receiver 2 picks before the next best receiver who turns out to be really good. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside before DK Metcalf. They picked Jordan Matthews before Devontae Adams.
Okay, but like Jordan Matthews was like genuinely one of the greatest college receivers ever.
Okay.
like Jordan Matthews was sick. Okay,
I heard he was good. Okay.
I had to intervene. All right, that pick it's inconvenient, but I get it.
Chris, the list could go on, but I'm not gonna bore Tony with that one right now.
But his reaction after the first one, when you get into the second one, so you said Jordan Matthews, his eyes rolled.
No, Matthews is my dog. All right.
Hey man, he had the nice celebration with Wentz.
Very cool.
Yes. Or let's get to our last game though. Dolphins versus Chargers. Yeah, I mean Dolphins almost looked like they snuck one out under Herbert's nose, and then Herbert got the ball back with a minute left, and
Hassan Haskins, baby.
Herbert absolutely threw the defender off his body. Like, I don't want to sound like one of those guys, but if that was Josh Allen, we would be seeing replays for a straight 72 hours. But because it's Justin Herbert, they don't care.
Facts.
But flings the defender off of him, throws the ball, hits McConkey in stride. McConkey probably could have scored, but did the right thing, went out of bounds, let them run that clock down. Walk-off field goal by the most accurate kicker in NFL history per whatever minimum attempts. Yeah. So
You're not better than Justin Tucker, though.
Everyone's better than Justin Tucker by default. I think Cameron Dicker asked for consent last time I checked.
Did he?
Hey, that's what they're saying.
Yo. You know what's funny? The word combination of sentence, did he, sounds like Diddy.
So, guys, Chargers Dolphins. Hard fought win by the Chargers, obviously, without all no Johnston today, but Ladd picked things back up. What did you guys like from LA this week? I mean, the Dolphins did put up points on them a little bit, but Herbert was able to respond without what's been his top weapon this year, and then his, probably the second best player on the team in Joe Alt. But what do you guys think?
I think personally,
top weapon. I mean, he found him. He remembered who Ladd McConkey was.
Not even that. The Chargers are such a unique team, man. They're 4-2. Their losses came to Commanders, and they had a really bad loss before that. How many good wins they have on paper right now? They probably Chiefs. Let's be
what
honest.
You mean on everything? If your team didn't lose to the Giants, they're not real. They're not serious. Real teams lose to the Giants.
Like, you're telling me the Chargers haven't beat an NFC East team? Maybe the NFC East is just that good.
So we should book their loss to the Cowboys.
Huh?
We should book their loss to the Cowboys.
When do they play Cowboys?
Oh, do they not? I figured they played two NFC East teams, so they are playing the whole.
They play all four. They got the Eagles in December, and they got the Cowboys in 2 weeks after.
Yep. Scheduled wins for the boys in blue and green.
Yeah, rough 3-game stretch. They got Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Chargers, December downfall. Oh my God.
Sure, you're saying Chargers go 3-0.
Nah, but they have the NFC East curse.
They're saying Dallas defense curse overpowers.
Who wins, Dallas defense or Chargers offense?
I'm picking the one with Ladd McConkey and Justin Herbert. That's what I'm picking.
Yo,
yeah.
You know who hasn't made any impact this year? The two wide receivers who everyone thought were going to make it. Keandre Lambert-Smith and the other receiver, and Trey Harris, haven't done a damn thing.
Well, I mean, okay. At least I can vouch for them a little bit. Keenan Allen is like Justin Herbert's like best friend. Like, every time it's third down, if y'all are fast enough to live bet a Keenan Allen catch for however many yards you need to the down marker, because he's going to get it. 3rd and 5, it's Keenan Allen all day. And on the 5% chance that it's not, it's Ladd McConkey. So Ladd separates with the best of them. And then I don't think anyone could have predicted Quentin Johnston touchdown machine breakout, catching long balls. That's kind of like where, Lambert Smith and Trey Harris are out now, because they have 3 receivers that they didn't think they would have 3. They thought they just had 1. So yeah. Good vibes over in LA. They just got to hang on. They just got to keep hanging on. Just got to keep fighting the good fight. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about before we got on out of here?
No. I do just want to mention Sixers. We sacrificed the Phillies. We're sacrificing the Eagles. Sixers. It is your season, baby. It is your season. Sacrificial lamb.
I mean,
hip hop's back.
Tyrese Maxey does have a short sleeve Kobe sleeve. I
will put U.S. currency that the Tatumless Celtics end with a better record than the Sixers.
You would?
I would.
I will put U.S. currency. Okay, you saying when
Tatum
comes back this year? Wait, are you saying if Tatum comes back this year at all, it's record versus record at that point?
I'm okay. You're gonna probably have Embiid for 30 games. We're gonna have Tatum for 30 games. That's what I mean. But at the end of the season, we will be higher than you guys.
I'm taking the Sixers right now.
How much you want to put on it?
A case of bum energy drinks. I don't bet financial currency no more.
Oh, he's a liar. He's a liar. He's actually a liar. And he used to be very specific, saying I'm not betting football this year. That's also a lie. Now, I think he's been doing a good job with the casino, from what I know. I haven't caught him at 900 Packer Ave lately. Nah.
The casino is literally scary.
You put U.S. currency on the table.
I lose every time I go.
Yeah,
I'm actually ass at casino betting. Actually, ass.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, sure. Case of energy drinks. It's gonna be so funny because Tatum's gonna come back, have the freshest legs in the league, and I think that books us for a championship. Even though I picked the Knicks to go to the finals, but
yeah, you know what championship you're gonna win? The NBA Cup.
Hey,
yo, Jaylen Brown, NBA Cup MVP. Chill.
You said Devin Booker's name wrong.
The Suns winning the NBA Cup.
Yo,
are you sure?
The Suns gonna be 2 packs ass.
They are, but guess what? This is Devin Booker's 30,
averaging 33,
36 and 9. I see it right now. In All NBA.
So he get 36 and 9, and he leads them to the playoffs. He's the MVP.
That's all I'm saying. I can see it. I can see
my hot take for the year. My hot take for the year was Trae Young finishes top 3 in MVP.
I am intrigued, and I will be there because he's going to average 23 and 12. I just want to know what the win-loss is going to look like. He's going to do 23.
Here the bad thing for him, though. I'm picking Jokic because he's like minus odds to win that shit at this rate.
Jalen Johnson break out again. He breaks out even farther. Dyson Daniel actually
breaks out, doesn't break anything this time.
There you go. Dyson Daniels remembers that offense is a part of basketball. He does that. Porzingis plays 70 games. We're in.
I mean, Lou Dort don't know that offense exists. Maybe just do that.
It's because he has Shea and J-Dub who know offense.
He got Trae and he got Jalen Johnson and he got Porzingis.
They got KD. We got Dave.
That is something someone made a really good point of on numbers on the board. They made a great point about Porzingis though. Porzingis was like the cherry on top for Boston. They didn't need him to win, but like Atlanta's going to need him to win.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait to start talking NBA again. Oh,
you know the Celtics needed to win. You know the Celtics needed to win. Rob will.
You know
we clearly did not.
You know who I'm looking forward to? Those Okongwu, Porzingis, JJ, Dyson, Trae Young minutes. I will be there because Okongwu shot like 37% from 3 last year.
Big ass team.
I will be there.
That's the type of lineup you guys send out against the Rockets.
That's what you guys send out when you got 4-foot point guard who literally.
That's right. You're going to have to send them out against the Mavericks. They had Cooper Flag play point guard.
I'll be there. Literally, I'll be down the street. I'll be there.
This is the woke NBA.
Yeah, I'm down, bro.
7'5" French alien can shoot threes, and he's muscling centers at the rim. You have 6'10" point guards in Flag.
Think about this.
Amin Thompson.
At the worst, Cooper Flag's your point of attack defender at 6'10" with Anthony Davis and Gafford and Lively behind him. Well, not together, obviously, but 2 of those 3 behind him at all times.
Gafford and Lively sharing the court.
Oh no! I didn't mean that. I meant like AD, Lively, Gafford. But what?
I mean, look, hypothetically, if you just had to get a stop, like their offense got 5 seconds, and you got to get a stop.
Cooper Christie, they back there for sure. Najee, AD, Lively, because Gafford fouls too much.
True.
I'll be there.
All right. Here's the situation. They only got 0.4 seconds on the clock. They're probably going to go for the lob.
Wait.
AD, all around the rim. AD, Gafford, Lively, Coop. And I wish they still had Boban just to distract the inbounder. Sign Taco Fall for that specific reason. Bang. Actually, no. Don't. Taco Fall low key. He was set in there to do that once, and he did a bad job at it. So he let 6-foot Kyle Lowry huck a pass over him all the way to the opposite corner for OG to smack a game winner with 0.4 seconds left.
But that's because Taco Fall's living his actual reality, and he is a firefighter now.
Shout out! He can get to the second floor without a ladder.
He's a firefighter. That is
he can grab babies off the 3rd floor without the ladder.
Cat stuck in the tree.
Yeah, 4th floor. All right, give him a step stool. We good.
But Jason Tatum.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Audio listeners, leave a like, 5-star review, anything to push the channel. From AP New Freezer, Culture by Migos, DC Comics. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys later this week.